Good morning, gurus. Welcome to another episode. I hope you're having a beautiful day. Just woke up. We're going to jump into charts for Bitcoin. The news right now is the Samurai builders, the people that build the Samurai Bitcoin swap, got arrested by the Department of Justice because they're allowing private transactions with Bitcoin. That's the major news that's happening. Tesla pumped yesterday after their earnings report, up around 12%, which is beautiful. We bought it at 141 the day before, if you followed my videos. Meta dumped yesterday after a massive earnings beat on the worry that they're investing too much in AI and VR, augment MetaQuest, even though the MetaQuest is incredible and I think it's a smart move by Zuckerberg. But I did sell Meta 1 month ago to start buying the dip in Tesla because Meta was overbought. We bought it at $88, went to $500. Time to sell the top of the, and I'll show you on the trend line as well. Hit the subscribe button, smash up, thumbs up, and turn on the bell. Let's jump into technicals for Bitcoin now. We're going into technicals for Bitcoin, and you can see yesterday Tesla was up 12%. Exomi starting to look like okay buys, 2%. Unity 2%. Google down a little bit. Meta getting hammered in after hours. But first, let's jump into Bitcoin. 64,400. Bitcoin breaking down from yesterday's video. I warned everyone in yesterday's video. I saw this rising wedge, and I told everyone, watch out. It looks like it's a rising wedge, and we broke down. Target of the rising wedge, and the true price of Bitcoin, in my opinion, is 59K. Why I sold was because I saw the volume. So this is the weekly charts on Bitcoin. You're watching Bitcoin move over time. This was the 2021 bull market high, and volume still much higher than it was during the 21 bull market high. But something that's important, on the weekly, third to fourth corrective wave is in effect, not yet confirmed if it's finished. We keep getting big bounces off 59K. There's a lot of support. The major areas of support are 47, I would say 52K, 51K, and 59K. These are the two major areas of support. Stochastic still very overbought though on the weekly and the monthly. Just keep that in mind. The time to buy Bitcoin was at 15K when we were buying it in 2023 at the bottom, when the stochastic was oversold. That was the time to buy Bitcoin heavy. The time to sell Bitcoin is over here when the stochastic is massively overbought, like with Meta. Just to keep that in mind, learn Crypto Guru, the Crypto Master Course. If you don't know what I'm talking about, I highly recommend you learn so you understand. Crypto Guru bot fired a blue buy in February 2023, still blue buy now, one of the indicators that you use. Let's go closer. On the daily chart, stochastic trying to head up. Volume, why I sold Bitcoin is I saw this big drop in volume. You can see here, this is the Bitcoin volume, how much Bitcoin is being bought and sold. And you can see about 4 days ago, the volume after the halving, the Bitcoin volume cut in half, almost. You can see this was the day before the halving, and you can see volume on Bitcoin was sitting at, traded on derivatives on Bybit. The volume was around 238,000 Bitcoin. The day before that, 153,000 Bitcoin. So the day before the halving, 238,000 Bitcoin. The day of the halving, 82,000 Bitcoin. So Bitcoin did halve. The volume halved. 82,000, 68,000, 104,000, 78,000. Yet that's the day I sold. Then yesterday in the morning I sold, and then we had this big drop, 124K Bitcoin. But you can see it's halved compared to that 238K Bitcoin the day before the halving. So the volume on Bitcoin did halve, but it was the volume that halved. People just lost interest after the halving. And in my opinion, most likely, if this symmetrical doesn't hold, 51,000 is the target. But I do expect a strong bounce of 59K. Just keep that in mind. If there is I do expect a strong bounce of 59K. Let's go closer, 4 hourly. Volume picking up after the drop. I sold here just before the drop because I was worried about the volume. That was a very good call, whoever watched my video. I'll show you. On Bitcoin, look, it plays out like this usually. Builds pressure, and breaks down. Target would be 59K. Oh shit. Okay, it looks like I'm closing trades on Bitcoin on the 4 hourly and the daily because of the volume dropping off. So I go over to my trades. We got quite a good bounce here. My Bitcoin trade, $6,674 in the profits. Close. That was 24 hours ago. I made that video. 59K. I'll 24 hours ago. And 24 hours later, that breakdown of the rising wedge, as I predicted, has played out and broke down. Saved myself a lot of money, which is beautiful. My place to open the trade is at 59k. I would take a trade here to get to the bounce, to go to the top of the channel if it manages to hold this symmetrical triangle. If it holds this symmetrical triangle, then there's no worries. When you zoom out, you can see that this symmetrical triangle playing out on the daily, you can see here, if this manages to hold 59k, we can just have some sideways action moving across going into August. And then on August 5th, which is 70% of the move, 70% of the move, we would have a breakout. So it can build pressure like this and then break out August 5th. If we manage to hold this 59k, in my opinion, with the volume dropping so strongly, I don't think so. I think most likely we come down to 52k. So just keep that in mind. But a 59k, I do expect a bounce, and I would take that bounce like I did the previous one. When we took the bounce from 59k to 66, I would take the same bounce, trying to catch a bounce off that 59k. So I would open a trade at 59,479, stop loss 59,113, take profit 67k, risk toward 20 times, risking $365 per Bitcoin to make $7,580 per Bitcoin with no leverage. So again, risking $365 to make $7,580 with no leverage. 20 risk to reward ratio. It opens at 59,000. The gray line is where my trades always open. 59,470. Stop loss 59,113. Take profit 67,000. If you want to trade Bitcoin like you're seeing me do, underneath the video, go down below. One is the exchanges I use. Bybit gives you a $30,000 bonus when you use this link and meet their trading requirements. 2 is the Crypto Master Course. Take the Crypto Master Course to learn how to trade. Take all the courses. It's $300. It's $333. It's much better than you trying to trade with $333 and losing it all, or trying to trade with hundreds of thousands of dollars and losing it all before you take this Crypto Master Course. And then join us in Telegram. There's 9,000 traders, usually between 100 to 400 of you online. Right now, there's 106 of you online. The world is ours. Over $8 billion worth of shorts will be liquidated if Bitcoin touches the previous 74k. This guy shorted yesterday from 64k, made 66%. Small short, but still short 49%. Nice. Give me your money. I'm a politician. Then give me my money. It's so true. President Biden proposed a 44% capital gains tax. That's crazy, crazy. This guy, Good Call Guru, I shorted, made 106%, which is beautiful from yesterday's drop. And I think it will play out. I think we do drop this symmetrical triangle. The main support, and as I've been saying, the true price of Bitcoin is 59k. I've been saying that for a while. The true price of Bitcoin, 59k. So that's where I'd be taking. This is the long that I would take. Over on Bybit, I have no trades open. I closed my Bitcoin trade yesterday in profits, which is beautiful. You can see here, I bought the bottom. You can see these buyers buy at 59k, and I sold at 66k, which is very smart. Funding fee 0.01. My Bitcoin trades are closed. I've got a two Bitcoin trade to open at 59k, as I showed you. 2 Bitcoin trade open with 59k, 64k currently. No active trades now. In this account, 630k. I sold yesterday. After it went from, in the last week, from 614 to 641 to now 630. I've got cash 64,000 USDT here, plus 316. So I'm about almost 400,000 or 600. 300 plus 60, 316 plus 64. I'm 370,000 in cash from 630,000. So I'm more than 50% in cash. I've USDT 316 plus 6, so I've got about almost 400k USDT. I've got 1 Bitcoin for 64k, which I should have closed, saved 3,000 yesterday, but it's okay. MCRT, I didn't close any, down 3%, still holding. I'm the early seed investor in a lot of these projects and a lot of these companies, so keep this in mind. Pocket, I sold some yesterday, but I had orders to sell. If you watched my video, I put orders to sell, but they didn't close out. Doge, I closed 50%, it dropped 4%. World Close Coin, I closed 50%, it dropped 10%. Uniswap, I closed a lot of it, 50%, it dropped 2.7%. But not all the orders of yesterday execute. I've got Bitcoin buy, 1 Bitcoin at 59k. I've got these orders of Pocket. See, they did not close yesterday, unfortunately. It closed a little bit of my Pocket, but not a lot of it. Before it dropped a lot, it would have been great to close out that Pocket all when I click to sell. You can see here, I clicked to sell Pocket. I clicked to sell Pocket yesterday at 17.2. Now it's 15.8. It dropped down to 13 at some point. It would have been great to close, but unfortunately it didn't fill those orders on Pocket, so I lost quite a bit there yesterday. I've got buy orders on Doge and Uniswap and Pocket at 0.09, World at $2.80. So I try to close out most of my positions to then rebuy lower, but unfortunately that didn't manage to rebuy that Pocket. And Tesla pumped 12% yesterday, which is beautiful. Tesla up 12% yesterday, perfectly bouncing off that 141 buys. If you followed my buy videos, it bounced all the way to 147. It bounced all. I bought at 141. Yes, the day before yesterday. Then the earnings call pumped it all the way to 168. So from yesterday's buys, that was a total move of 20% on Tesla, which is beautiful, and then pull back a little bit from 168 to 162. But in my opinion, nice buy is starting to form on Bitcoin, on Tesla, and you can see the overall formation here is coming back to this main yellow trend line. If it breaks this line, 101 is next. If there isn't, we did have a very strong bounce here off this trend line, but if the whole markets go down, which is most probably, look what's happening. But what you can see here on the bigger time frames, 66 out of the question in my opinion. What you see here on the bigger time frames is something very important that I want to show you. What you're seeing here is a giant symmetrical triangle that's playing on Tesla, a massive one. That if this plays out, it builds pressure, breaks out 70% of the move, which is here, where we are close to, breaks out 70% of the move to the base of the triangle. So the move that you're talking about on Tesla is something like this. With a target of $578 for Tesla, which will be beautiful. And again, this is a giant symmetrical triangle. And again, usually these giant symmetrical triangles plays out in a very specific way. They build pressure, break out 70% of the move. 70% of the move will put us right here at this point on 29th of July. And they usually move the base of the triangle, target 578. That's my updates in the market. Over on Twitter, you can follow me on Twitter. There's crazy stuff happening around the world right now. 84,400 followers. Yesterday, my video, Bitcoin Dangerous Warning. I sold and Tesla stock, huge pump. And I added more Tesla here 2 days ago. You can see I added at 141. I added to Tesla 141, which played out perfectly 2 days before the Tesla pump. Justin, U.S. government seeks 3-year prison sentence for ex-Binance CEO Changpeng Zhao, which is crazy because if you know about Binance, if you followed CZ, you know that the market was a wild west, the crypto markets, before CZ built the Binance exchange in 2016, that it was like a crazy shit show, that exchanges were terrible, that crypto was a wild west. CZ came in, made Binance, and it was the best exchange. It worked really well. No one was trying to steal your money. It's crazy what the US government doing to him. Very sad day for people. You are amazing, James. Bitcoin is going down, like you said. I saved my money. Thanks because of you. Thanks for all you sharing your experience with us. I really appreciate it, James. I love your episodes. Thank you, Mo. The Samurai Wallet founders are arrested because they're trying to bring privacy to Bitcoin, which is crazy. Imagine if this video was out at Tehran University in Iran. Our politicians and media would have endless calls for a regime change. University students around America are protesting the Israel-Palestine war that's going on. I wouldn't even call it a war. It's kind of one-sided, but they're protesting it, and then police came in and broke up the protesters. Crazy. This video is one of the most viral videos ever seen on social media, that I've ever seen on social media, close to 2 million likes. It's about United States Congress. The American people had enough. We need term limits. And check out this video.
A daily reminder that these are the people that actually decide basically everything on behalf of the entire country, where our money gets spent, how much we pay in taxes, whether or not TikTok gets banned, what's considered freedom, what's not.
It's an amazing video explaining term limits and how all the politicians are 60 plus years old, don't even know how to connect their phone to the Wi-Fi.
These people haven't worked a real fucking job in probably 30 years. And also keep in mind that once you get voted into one of these political positions, you get paid at minimum like $200,000 for the rest.
You can check out that post. 1 month later on Meta and Tesla, I have now also sold Tesla, Google, Meta, TSM, moving into mainly cash. I trust my gut and experience. You have to do your own due diligence and consult your broker. This was when I said 1 month ago, Bitcoin and Doge warning, I sold. I set lower buy orders in the below video for crypto. I will also set buy orders for stocks. I'm mostly going to be going into Tesla after I see how the market does. And I started buying Tesla at 170 and 141 after I sold those positions, which is beautiful. And you can check more on my Twitter there as well. Again, all the links, everyone, down below. 1 is the exchanges that I use for trading. 2 is the courses you can take. And 3, join us in the Telegram and chat with the other gurus that are in there trading and talking together. Thank you for watching. That's my updates in the market on Tesla and on Bitcoin. Hit the subscribe button, smash up thumbs up button, turn on the bell. Vote out any politicians that take away your freedoms. Always remember this. If they're saying anything to do with take away your freedoms, vote them out. Love you all. Have an amazing day, and I'll see you all again tomorrow.